It's innate in us to want to take certain facts and certain details about our lives and keep them to ourselves and only release them to people that we trust, people that we value, and people that understand us. But as we move forward in time, where the ability to control that information is becoming less and less easy, we have to ask ourselves, how do we protect those facts? How do we keep our privacy in a digital age?
Jemele Hill is an American sports journalist who is a co-host of ESPN's flagship Sports Center. She was recently given a 2-week suspension by ESPN following some tweets she posted on her page following a discussion about Jerry Jones's promise to bench any players that were caught disrespecting the flag, following several players in the NFL kneeling during the anthem. In response to @PalmerNeil, she wrote, "Or how about not patronizing the advertisers who support the Cowboys? You can watch and do that, right?" In response to @OfficiallyRandy, she tweeted, "This play always works. Change happens when advertisers are impacted. If you feel strongly about Jerry Jones, statement, boycott his advertisers." And even though she explicitly tweeted that she wasn't advocating an NFL boycott, but just stating that an unfair burden had been placed on Dallas and Miami players with anthem directives, ESPN spokesperson Josh Krulwitz claimed that the co-host was suspended for tweets about a potential boycott of advertisers with the Dallas Cowboys. In their statement, however, ESPN claimed that Jemele Hill violated their social media guidelines, which raises the important question of should your employer be able to dictate what you can and can't post on your personal social media page. According to 2016 statistics, there are 7.442 billion people in the world. Of the 7.442 billion, approximately 325 million are Americans. A recent study by the Pew Research Center found that 8 in 10 Americans have a Facebook profile, and of these users, 32% have an Instagram account and 24% have a Twitter account. It's so easy to reach and communicate with someone who lives in Australia from your hotel room in Japan. This is what has led to the culture of being more opinionated and what may be termed as oversharing online. This incident got me thinking about how social media and the digital sphere has turned the world into a fishbowl. We are all so tight-knit now, and our online activity is constantly under scrutiny. Robert Silicano, an online security expert for McAfee, says online reputation management and mitigation companies are a booming business because people just can't stop posting things they shouldn't, which often have long-term negative effects on their personal and professional lives. But if social media provides a platform for us to express ourselves, our thoughts, and to communicate with people similar to us, isn't oversharing and being opinionated a right we should enjoy? Why has social media recently been used as a means to deny people jobs, a chance at education, and has left us vulnerable to trolls? And who gets to decide what we should and shouldn't be able to post on the internet when nobody is placed at risk? The Twitter prompt for composing a new tweet literally reads, "What's happening?" So it's no head-scratcher why people do feel the need to let us know a day-to-day breakdown of their lives, though it's probably safe to say that personal details about your identity should probably not be shared online. A few years ago, a UC Berkeley grad, Connor Riley, was offered a job at Cisco. She then tweeted, "Cisco just offered me a job. Now I have to weigh the utility of a fatty paycheck against the daily commute to San Jose and hating the work." Not long after, someone claiming to be a Cisco employee replied her tweet saying, "Who is the hiring manager? I'm sure they would love to know that you will hate the work. We here at Cisco are versed in the web." Kelly Kolb, an employee at law firm Buchanan Ingersoll and Rooney in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, advised employees to assume that they had no expectation of a right of privacy in any social media post and assume that their employer will see every social media post. But when do we start to realize how problematic it is for employers and educational institutions to dictate what is right or wrong with regards to the use of our personal online property? Should we not be allowed to complain on our personal social media accounts if we're not being treated fairly at work by our employers or by our colleagues for fear that it could lead to possible termination of work or suspension? If I go out over the weekend and have a good time with friends, why do I have to think twice before I post a picture or compose a tweet about my night out, fearing that in the long run I might be denied employment? Companies who have social media guidelines for their employees' personal social media accounts are inherently putting a roadblock on the right to freedom of expression the Constitution affords their employees. When do we really start to realize that being denied employment or a chance at education because of tweets, pictures online, or posts on Facebook is a violation of our right to free speech and of expression of ourselves?